Jacob was driving alone on a stormy night, rain pounding against his windshield, the road stretching endlessly into the darkness. He saw a lone, shivering girl standing at the side of the road and stopped to let her in. As the miles passed, Jacob felt something was wrong. She was too cold and silent. When he dropped her off at home, he realized she was never supposed to be there. Jacob had been driving for hours, his fingers gripping the steering wheel, his eyes heavy with exhaustion. The road stretched ahead, endless and dark, interrupted only by the occasional flicker of his headlights. He saw a young woman standing alone on the side of the road, pale, drenched, and shivering. Jacob hesitated but felt compelled to help her, despite warnings about picking up strangers at night. He pulled over and asked if she needed a ride, and she nodded, stepping closer. Jacob unlocked the door, and she slid in, her soaked dress clinging to her skin. He turned the heater up, hoping to warm her, but she just sat there, trembling. She gave him an address in a small town he'd never heard of, and he started driving. Jacob tried to make conversation, but she only gave short, quiet answers. Her voice was distant, hollow, and she was freezing even with the heat blasting. Jacob forced a chuckle, commenting on the cold, and she replied, "I was." The words sent a strange chill through him, and he tried to shake it off. The temperature in the car felt wrong, icy, and the windshield fogged up more than it should have. They reached the house she mentioned, a small, old Victorian, sitting alone on the edge of a wooded lot. She whispered, "This is it," and Jacob pulled into the driveway. He asked if she'd be okay, and she smiled a small, sad smile, thanking him. She stepped out into the rain, vanishing into the shadows of the house. Jacob sat there for a moment, feeling uneasy, but convinced himself he had done a good thing. A few miles down the road, he turned back, wanting to make sure she was safe. When he returned, the house was dark, with no lights or movement. He hesitated before stepping out, the rain soaking through his jacket. He walked up the creaky porch steps and knocked on the door, but there was no response. The door creaked open slightly, revealing an empty, abandoned house. An elderly woman appeared, saying, "She's not here," and Jacob was confused. The old woman led him to a gravestone with the girl's name, revealing she died 20 years ago. Jacob staggered back, realizing he had seen and spoken to a ghost. The old woman explained the girl returns on stormy nights, always looking for a way home. Jacob returned to his car, finding a single wet footprint where she had been sitting.